Today we're going to make stuffed aubergine with couscous, all right? This is one I prepared earlier, all right? It's been baked off. This is the stuffed aubergine, and this is actually the inside of the aubergine, which I've also prepared and cooked off. So what you need to do is, I'm going to show you how to do this, but you need to empty the shells or make the shell of the aubergine, and you need to bake this off in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes before you actually stuff it. So you can do that in advance, and then you can prepare the couscous, which is then going to go in the middle and it will go back in the oven. But as ever, off we go, wash our hands, get lovely clean hands, put on an apron as always, and keep nice and clean and tidy before we start working with food, prepping food, eating food, anything to do with food. Okay, so couscous needs to be prepped in advance, so you need to boil the kettle, all right? Look at the instructions on the back of the packet, because some couscouses take longer than others, particularly if it's giant couscous, all right? It needs to soak. You can soak it in just water, or you can soak it in stock, which you've made yourself with chicken, beef, vegetable, or just use a stock cube. We've got lots and lots of vegetables, herbs here, red peppers, yellow peppers, green peppers. We've got sweet corn, we've got herbs, we've got tomatoes, we've got cheese, we've got mushrooms, we've got loads and loads of things, spring onions. So if you've got things left over in the fridge, this is a great way to prepare them, okay? Again, not a load of equipment needed, but what you do need to do is get someone to help you with the cutting of the aubergine. The aubergine needs to be beautiful and shiny, all right? Just to make sure it's super fresh. So when you cut the aubergine, keep the stalk on, all right? So cut through the aubergine. Remember to use your hand very carefully and cut right the way through. If you're not happy about doing this yourself, please get a grown-up to help you, all right? And then you're going to cut around the aubergine. Remember, always try and cut away from you, not towards you, and away from your hands, all right? So you really want to make a V in this. So again, be very, very careful. Keep moving it around, and you're going to take out the inside like that, okay? And you're going to do that on both of them. What you can do, if you find that difficult, is you can, once you've loosened it, just take a spoon, a dessert spoon, and you can actually scoop it out. That's another way you can do it. So the adult, the grown-up, can do the bit with the chopping, and then you can do the scooping out with the spoon, and then that will save you from obviously cutting yourself. Once you've done that, then you would put that directly onto the baking tray. You can chop up the bits of aubergine and you put those onto the tray as well. You could put them into a dish, it doesn't really matter. And then what you can do is put a little bit of olive oil into the shell, just a little bit, and a little bit of olive oil onto the aubergine. Aubergine does tend to drink up the oil, it absorbs it. So you could rush that around like that, and then you could sprinkle that with some herbs, spices, or whatever you like the most. So you pop that into the oven. That will cook in about 20-25 minutes, so you need to scoop that one out as well, okay? So then what you do is, taking the ones we've already done, okay, we take the couscous that has already been soaked and is ready to use. You add all your lovely ingredients. I'm going to put some green, yellow peppers, red peppers in there. I'm going to take a few little mushrooms and actually break them up into there like that. I want a bit of colour because I'm very big on colour. I'll put some of the fresh herbs in there. I'll put a little bit of the sweet corn in there as well. Give that a lovely mix together. Again, season it well. If you're spicy, some paprika, some pepper, As ever, we don't really need salt, okay, because the salt is going to be in the cheese, all right? So then what I suggest you do is take your hand, or if you don't like that, you can use a spoon, and you just push the couscous into the aubergine. And don't worry about it. If you've got a dish like this, which is quite handy, it doesn't matter if a bit of the couscous spills over, because you're going to be baking this all in the oven together. So make sure you've got lots and lots of color, lots of green, yellow, red, all sorts of things there. And then just to finish that off, before it goes into bake, a bit of the cheese. You can use cheddar cheese, mozzarella cheese, or whatever cheese you like, which is going to melt onto the couscous, and that goes into the oven, and that will need a further 20 to 25 minutes on about 200 degrees. It will come out like that, all beautiful and ready to eat. You could eat this cold, or you can eat it hot. And there you have it. You've got aubergines, beautiful summer aubergines with couscous. Enjoy.